On June 19th, 2025, the K-pop world welcomed back one of its greatest icons, Kim Taehyung, better known by a stage name V of BTS. After completing his mandatory military service alongside RM for 18 long months, he stepped out of silence with his head held high, greeting the world with a warm smile and an even more electrifying aura. June 19, 2025, wasn't just another day in the world of entertainment. It was a celebration, a homecoming, and a cultural moment that reignited the global K-pop flame. Kim Taehyung, known to the world as V of BTS, officially returned from his military enlistment, and the world paused to welcome back one of its most beloved and influential artists. The long-awaited return of a global star. Military service in South Korea is mandatory for all able-bodied men, and when being enlisted in December 2023 alongside BTS leader RM, fans across the globe were met with mixed emotions, pride, longing, and anticipation. During those 18 months, the BTS fandom, known as ARMY, continued to support the group from afar, but the absence of V's soulful voice, magnetic stage presence, and warm charisma was deeply felt. As the clock struck midnight on June 19th, social media lit up like fireworks. The hashtags "Welcome Back V," "Taehyung Returns," and "BTSV" trended worldwide. Fans from every continent flooded timelines with heartfelt messages, fan art, and compilation videos recounting V's most iconic moments, both on and off the stage. But it wasn't just his fans who were eager. The media, fellow celebrities, military colleagues, and even political figures acknowledged the significance of his return. Kim Taehyung isn't merely a pop star. He is a cultural ambassador, a symbol of South Korea's global reach, and an inspiration for millions. A new V, physically transformed, spiritually grounded. When V stepped out in front of the cameras for the first time since completing service, the world gasped, not only because of his physical transformation, but also the calm yet commanding energy he radiated. His once boyish frame now carried the marks of military rigor. Toned arms, sharper posture, and the quiet confidence of a man who has gone through discipline and introspection. Fans noticed the changes immediately. His military haircut was grown out slightly, but maintained the clean, mature aura of a soldier. His facial features seemed even more defined, with a certain gravitas in his eyes that hinted at the growth he experienced. Yet, that signature Taehyung warmth, the twinkle in his eye, the gentle smile, and his humble demeanor remained untouched. "I'm back. I miss you all," he said softly to reporters, bowing politely. That single sentence, delivered with genuine sincerity, echoed louder than any press release could. Life in the military, a glimpse into V's service. While much of Taehyung's military life remained private, a few glimpses surfaced over the past year and a half. He served in the Special Task Force Unit SDT, a role that requires intense physical and mental strength. His fellow soldiers described him as disciplined, hardworking, and deeply respectful. Rumors circulated about his exemplary conduct, and though he never sought public praise, it was revealed that he had earned commendations for leadership and teamwork. Even in uniform, V never stopped being V. Fellow soldiers reportedly found comfort in his guitar playing during breaks, and some were moved to tears by his spontaneous renditions of old Korean ballads under the stars. "He was never treated like a celebrity," said one anonymous soldier. "He carried himself like one of us. No ego, no demands, just humility and strength." The symbolism of June 10th, beyond the date. June 10th was more than just a calendar date. It marked the beginning of a new chapter, both for Kim Taehyung and for BTS as a whole. With Jin already discharged earlier in 2024 and J-Hope following shortly after, V's return signaled the nearing full reunion of BTS. It also marked the healing of a long wait for fans who've been counting down the days with calendar apps, fan projects, and heartfelt letters. V's return was met with fan-led events across cities. Flash mobs dancing to Singularity, art exhibits dedicated to his duality, and charity events in his name. In Seoul, a giant LED screen near Seoul played a video montage of V's journey. from his debut days to his most recent performance before enlistment. In New York, fans rented a digital billboard in Times Square to declare, "V, you were missed. Welcome home." A look back, V's legacy before enlistment. Before entering the military, V had already built a legacy most artists could only dream of. As 1/7 of BTS, he contributed to numerous global records, including chart-topping albums, sold-out stadium tours, and historic speeches at the UN. His solo tracks such as Stigma, Singularity, and Inner Child showcases deep baritone and emotional storytelling, while his debut solo album Layover received critical acclaim for its jazz art and fusion and vintage aesthetic. With hits like Love Me Again and Rainy Days, V proved his artistry went beyond a mainstream K-pop mold. Fashion-wise, V became a muse to luxury houses, such as Celine and Cartier. His natural charisma and sharp sense of style made him a front-row staple at Paris Fashion Week. Yet, despite his fashion icon status, V always prioritized authenticity. He wore what made him feel good, not just what was trendy. What's next? The road ahead for V. The biggest question following his return was, what now? Sources close to big hit music confirmed that while V will take time to readjust to civilian life, he is already in creative discussions about new music. He reportedly wrote dozens of song drafts during quiet nights in the barracks, some reflective, some experimental. There is also talk of a documentary chronicling his military journey and creative evolution, along with potential collaborations with both domestic and international artists. Fans are particularly curious if his long-promised second solo album will arrive before the year ends. The global impact of a single soul. Kim Taehyung's appeal has always transcended borders. His artistry speaks not only to Koreans but to fans in Brazil, the Philippines, France, the US, Indonesia, and more. He bridges generations too. Grandparents hum his ballads, while Gen Z edits his fan cams to viral TikToks. The emotional weight of a promise fulfilled. V had once told fans, "Wait for me, I'll come back better, stronger, and even more loving." That promise has now been fulfilled. And true to his word, he returned not just physically transformed, but mentally rejuvenated. On the evening of June 10th, V posted a handwritten letter on Weverse. "To my beloved army, thank you for waiting. I thought of you every day and night. I've grown stronger, and I'm ready to sing for you again. Let's create new memories together." Fans around the world responded with tears, joy, and applause. It was as if the soul of BTS had reawakened. The rebirth of a legend. As the sun set on June 19th, fans knew that history had just been written. A new era had begun, one in which V returns not as the boy from Jeochang, nor just a global heartthrob of BTS, but as a man who endured, grew, and came back to inspire. His presence reminds us all that silence does not mean absence, and that time away does not diminish love. Kim Taehyung is not just back, he's reborn, and the world is watching breathlessly for what he will do next.